a little bit better. As Tychus and Johanna come in for the side of Necrodancers. Johanna, I think, is a good pick with the condemn on the crowd control, the blinds for Sonya to really take that off. Although, like I was saying in the previous match where we saw Sonya, a lot of her damage still ability based, so the blind not hugely effective in going after the Sonya.
Yeah, but you see the Tychus pickup is going to be that tank killer.
It's a perfect day for some mayhem.
Really good hero. Odin actually being really good for helping secure those last few minions, allowing the team basically to disengage and just let him throw rockets over the wall. We are going to see the follow-up, though, Zeratul Junkrat. That is a very offensive team. Very common pickup to see the Void Prison with the Apocalypse combo. That can be absolutely detrimental to the side of Necrodancers. And I'm actually going to step back and think about that Stitches pick. Necrodancers actually played with Stitches last week in the semifinals and took a game off wrong work using it. So that is actually a respect ban looking back at their previous drafts. But we are going to see the Hanzo, kind of like last game where I said, getting the auto attacker is good, but then taking a hero that can also poke is a lot better. Really enables them to be a little more flexible in their gameplay. Domo playing on that Hanzo.
Yeah, you expect to see a lot of camp clear. You need that real quick camp clearing power to counteract the Sonya, because you'll expect to see the exact same play out of PSISTORM that we saw last time, where they just were very strong on the macro side with their camp timing and the way that they were applying lane pressure through that. I'm excited. I like these drafts on both sides. I think they're very well composed, well thought out drafts, and it's going to be a real treat to see PSISTORM now come up against a team that has been in the upper tiers of the HGC Open Division in North America for the last couple of weeks.
Quick shout out to chat. We are working on the visual stutter. Our mod team is taking care of it. We should have it fixed here shortly. Game one's still loading in though. Everyone's playing on a toaster, so obviously we're going to load in a little slow right now. My bread is still browning, so don't worry, no burnt yet. Absolutely though, looking at PSISTORM's comp, it's so offensive and it has so much beefiness. I just don't see the Tychus and Hanzo having quite that kind of damage output to really deal with that composition.
Yeah, there's enough of a health pool on the side of PSISTORM Gaming that you should be able to see the Tychus have some effect, but they don't have that burst. They've just got that kind of chunky grind ability on the wicked on the side of Necrodancer. So it's going to be a question of whether or not they can out-sustain the guys on PSISTORM Gaming.
Yep, and on the blue side, introducing everybody, we have the Necrodancers once again. Domo Varian playing Hanzo, getting physicals on Tychus, Azariel on Blaze, Quantum on Deckard, and Huff Money on Johanna.
And on the right side, it is PSISTORM Gaming, Caesar Salad on the Alexstrasza, NSJ on Junkrat, Hyskoa on the Sonya, Enavir, Zeratul, Strong is Diablo.
I didn't like it at first, but I'm starting to like that Diablo mount combo. That bike, for some reason, just happens to work with that look, obviously.
My favorite Diablo combo for a mount is any Billy the Goat. Just Diablo on the Goat is kind of the greatest.
But Uriel's not a mount. I don't understand this. We are seeing Stronger actually taking a ton of damage. Team is actually able to punish his early weakness, that is his low health pool. Just trying to make sure he gets that orb for his Alexstrasza. Alexstrasza actually, Domo actually going over. Enavir actually, wow, sick moves with the blade. Making sure he gets that hit and still gets it on the abundance to get that heal. Taking a ton of damage though.
I was gonna say that we saw a little bit of the swag movement from the members of PSISTORM in their last game, but that was against an opponent that they had quite a bit of a skill gap too. Stronger coming out of the woodwork there to try and pick off Domo Varian, but Huff Money will disrupt that, and the members of PSISTORM will back away into the abundance. But look to see a lot of that, especially with NSJ as well, with the concussion mine being able to jump himself and his opposition around to look for those displacement picks with the additional push from Stronger on Diablo.
Yeah, and actually doing a really excellent job of getting a ton of damage on Stronger. Not quite at level 4, so NSJ unfortunately not getting too much value out of these Qs, because Kane actually heals it up very well. Gonna go ahead and start the camp. It is sniffed out by the Sensoro. They do know about it. Domavarian actually poking in. He has the Stormbow talent at level 1, so he wants to stack that Q as much as possible right now.
Yeah, just a... Oh, you know what? That's the one type of talent we can't actually check the number of hits on. Man, Blizzard, fix your UI. Help us out here as casters. Let us know how many hits he needs on each hero. Talking about NSJ with that concussion of mine, pushing Domavarian back in, but there's no follow-up from Stronger to be able to grab him, displace him even further. Should be able to clean up this camp pretty quickly, although NSJ taking a lot of damage from those Impalers there. Really want to have those health bars that low as the next phase of this map going to be kicking in any second now, as that shrine should come online at mid.
So utilizing my superior control of the UI over InanimateJ, he needs 2 more hits on Alex, 1 hit on Sonya, and 2 more on Zeratul. So only 5 more hits total to get his talent stacked up. Johanna walking in and just popping unstoppable. Gonna go ahead and walk away. Decently low cooldown on that because of the hold your ground at level 1. So knows fully well she'll be able to tank quite a bit of damage. Necrodancer's actually taking a slight lead early on with the experience, not missing any waves. Enavir just poking in. Actually has kind of low mana, needs to be careful of that if they want to be able to pick a fight pretty early. Sonya gonna go ahead and start on the side of PSISTORM. I gotta give it to the side of Necrodancers. Their wave clear is actually a little superior to the side of PSISTORM. That combo actually coming in. The root gonna follow up. Stronger is stuck in the thing, in the fire. Actually gonna force the dragon early on. Not very early, down almost 20 of the seeds. Quantum taking a ton of damage from the Zeratul, but that dragon's not gonna be up for very long. It's actually about to expire.
This is the same kind of play we saw PSISTORM do against the Alexstrasza. But this time being executed by Necrodancers. They see the Dragon Queen, they force it out, and then they retreat. The second it's down, they push back in with the crowd control, and they look for this pick, although they're struggling again. Iskoa, though, very low, will be traded out for Tychus there. They go 1-for-1, looking for a second, but grabbing the Johanna is Stronger, and that's not really the hero you want to put in the middle of your team in a team fight.
Yeah, but a 4-seed advantage right now to the side of Necrodancers. Both teams trying to get as many as they can. 39. There's John Cena. He's coming out. He's getting knocked forward. Domo only needs 1 more hit on his Stormbow to be fully capped. And it's, or sorry, 2 more hits, and it's on Alexstrasza. That talent is going to be doing so much work, especially now that he took explosive arrows on level 4.
Yeah, that's the type of Hanzo play that you really want to see at this level. You take the talent that requires probably, in my opinion, the most technical work, the most mechanical work to get done, and then you stack it up almost to full within 5 minutes to get that full bonus right away. Not a lot of use out of the John Cena, but it is the first one of the match. Just getting that fort wall is about all that you'll really expect to see out of them at this one, as they look for Zeratul in rotation, almost getting Enavir in a tough spot. But he gets away with the blink and the experience lead, about 2/3 of a level in favor of Necrodancers right now.
And that's quest complete for the side of Hanzo. 30% more range and 100% more flat damage on his Stormbow. That's going to be absolutely phenomenal for him. Looking at this poke, looking at his wave clear, actually, the AoE bursts on the minions and monsters off the camp, that's going to be doing a ton of damage every time he tries to poke him. It looks like side of PSISTORM is actually going to rush in. Physicals actually getting bodied by the Diablo. Diablo actually falling very low. Physicals using that Q, trying to do as much damage. The heal's coming out. He's gonna fall. Enavir in the background. Blaze actually coming up with the follow-up, getting onto that Alexstrasza. Sonya in the background, taking down Physical. It's gonna be an all-out brawl on this point. Hanzo falling down. They actually managed to get the cap. Body blocked him out. Blaze going in for the rush. Actually lands on Alexstrasza. Enavir going back in. He's very close. He has no teleport. Heiska trying to do as much damage as he can. She has the spear. She has the spin. Oh man, no stuns available to come out. Diablo's back up. Actually got revived, losing all his stacks. What a brawl.
That was a huge brawl over an objective, over a camp actually in the bottom lane that really should have just been easy enough for PSISTORM to clear out. So showing that willingness to commit to a huge brawl to try and find an advantage. It's 1 kill in favor of Necrodancers at the moment, but that experience lead just mounting up as they're able to get back to lanes much more quickly than PSISTORM right now. 10 will be online for this next shrine, which is at the top, which means there's not a lot of places to escape to with that fight. When you've got the objectives at bottom and at mid you've got both the upper and lower lane around that objective to retreat to. You don't have that in the top, which funnels everybody into that choke point and would be really effective for a lot of the crowd control you see out of the side of Necrodancers.
Interestingly enough, we don't see the healing talents coming out of Diablo. Actually gonna try and engage on him. The Junkrat trap, though, stopping the Condemned, keeping him from teleporting in, from charging in. Saving his life, honestly. A little trap, doing so much work for him. But I don't see the Emerald Cube out of Kane, which has been so prevalent against the Alex Strasopix. That is going to be a Void Prison, the fire, the kaboom, baby! That Junkrat bomb on top of the Void Prison. I didn't even think about that in draft, but excellent play to create that pick at level 10. Make sure they have a man advantage so they can get on this point and do as much work as they can.
There was an old meta where you take a Zeratul and a Ragnaros, and it was colloquially called Green Eggs and Slam. This one is more like Green Eggs and Kaboom, because Junkrat doesn't really conform to your meta definitions and naming conventions.
Looking at the talents for everybody, we don't see Bigger They Are, which has been the most common pick for the Tychus. We're actually seeing in the rhythm, going for the longer duration. Gonna go ahead and back off 24 stacks to 1. The big stay a while. Listen, Heiska actually stuck in the background. That level 10 ultimate life finder doing so much work to keep Sonya alive. He's going back in with the wrath. The bunker's about to go down. Azariel running away. They're poking them away. That's still only 6 to 26. And the dragon's still up. They have to disengage. Unfortunately, the dragon is so strong for them. It is fall down right now, though. NSJ actually at 63 stacks, excuse me. Really a lot of damage for his Q. That is going to be a John Cena, though, in the favor of PSISTORM. Game is dead even, 4-4, 11-11, 6 forts up. Though I do favor the Siege on the side of PSISTORM. Junkrat has a much superior Siege than the others.
Yeah, but even given that advantage of Siege, the team fighting capabilities for the members of Necrodancer out there is, you see the Junkrat Riptire getting taken out right at the line there. Void Prison actually will end up doing nothing for PSISTORM in the backline there, as John Cena just getting pulled around there, not really doing a ton as the heals coming out from Deckard Cain, keeping everybody alive. So it's going to be PSISTORM just getting a wall, a bit of fort damage there, excuse me, but they'll just let this one go and try and look for 13 now as they rotate back towards their lane setup.
You know, and that is Azariel on the bunker. I mean, Blaze, offlane god, doing work, soaking it, not losing the experience for the side of Necrodancers, keeping them in line. I do want to call it out, though. There was a stun on the Junkrat that interrupted the Riptire. A lot of people forget, if you interrupt him with a CC, a knockback, a silence, anything, the Riptire goes on full cooldown. So really good move by Domo to actually blow his Dragon's Arrow to protect his king.
I didn't even see where he was positioned to get that arrow off with how Junkrat was positioned. A really smart positioning out of him.
Yeah, but that is abundance at full stacks now, and that is going to be phenomenal for their sustain overall during the team fights. That's going to be an orb every like 15 seconds for the side of PSISTORM. Wow, that bunker though, coming out, making sure he doesn't get engaged on by Stronger. His team a little bit far away for his own sake.
You see the Sonic Arrow coming in from Domo Variant again, just scouting out the fact that PSISTORM is poking at that camp, looking like they wanted to try and take it, try and get a little bit more mid lane pressure going, but really just kind of back and forth, feeling everybody out as Stronger will finish the Black Soulstone, get himself the play again on Diablo now, as both teams look to pick up the mid-siege camp.
Yeah, and they've already finished the side of PSISTORM, so they now have the advantage. If they want to step up, Huff Money just sitting in that bush, making sure Anavir doesn't get any cheeky plays on the Zeratul.
Stop me if you've heard this one before.
That level 13 talent on Junkrat, I always love it, because it's such a knockback, and you don't even have to mount up at that point. You just keep knocking yourself away. That's pretty much how I play in Overwatch.
Just launch yourself with concussion in mind. It's not for enemy heroes, it's only for me.
Oh man. They're gonna go ahead and get that top camp. All the camps coming out. Necrodancer's actually not starting theirs just yet. Probably saving it for the objective. Probably just gonna clear out the top one. Oh, actually, Sonya and Junkrat gonna go ahead and head down. They can see 4 players in the bottom lane. They know this is safe. They're going to go ahead and run into it. Still 4 showing in the bot lane. Getting some tower damage down, which is good because you want to make sure the John Cena can get in to the fort ASAP. Like I said, it's 4-4, 6-6, level 14, level 15 now, but the teams are essentially Junkrat and Sonya trying to get on the plays. The spear goes wide. His Ariel with the dodge. Hot feet stepping out. Level 15. Actual wow, title experience once again. These teams are so close. This is an insane game.
And look at the response as well coming out from the members of they're going to let the Bruisers just go as they go full commit, trying to get on the shrine as soon as possible here. It will be PSISTORM on it first here, trying to build up the skeletal defenders for themselves. But here comes Necrodancers. They're coming in, looking to force this fight right on even talents. Riptire coming through the back line, looking for Decker. He'll jump into the bunker and dodge it out. We'll just get a little bit of damage on Tychus, but not a lot coming out there. So it's PSISTORM retreating off point now. There's 16 looming for both teams. There's the Wrath of the Berserker. Not a lot of damage. Oh, 3-man arrow into the stay a while. And listen, it's Junkrat down. Hyskoa getting bodied. Will survive from Lifebinder and the Dragon Queen. And is a 1-for-1 as Tychus goes down.
Yep, and the 4-man combo. John Cena still going to the blue side. Azario charging away, almost getting away. Quantum running away now. John Cena, though, still going to the side of Necrodancers. That Void Prison did so much work to delay that fight, but the combo from the side of Necrodancers, everything went so well, but that Lifebender just barely keep going in. Such a strong talent right now. Stronger than an Ancestral, honestly, because how it heals both. But this will be cleared out fairly easily. Level 16s for everyone now. Hanzo actually getting the talent that makes the Stormbow build very decent. The increased damage on auto attack and Stormbow now. We're gonna see the Titan Grenade out of Tychus, as well as the armor reduction now from the Blaze on Jet Propulsion. So look forward to seeing them do some stronger combos in the future. They're actually moving in. Gonna go ahead and get that combo in. The Lifebinder coming out once more. Gonna still get a pretty much full heal. Quantum up so far, taking a ton of damage. He's gonna fall. The Kadem coming out. The Abundance is there though. It's gonna do a ton of healing. The Bunker though, doing work to keep everyone alive. There's the grenade. Sorry, the Riptire gonna do a ton of damage. Hyska too far up, actually gonna fall. 2 physicals though, dodging these grenades. Not quite being found by NSJ. Gonna go ahead and keep walking away. NSJ still trying to get him. Oh, there's the pot though. He's gonna go ahead and turn around. Get the shield. The Zeratul though, finding that huge. Oh man, melting him.
So I want to point out something in that last team fight that was so small but so well timed that it was almost blinking you miss it. The Dragon's Arrow came in from Domovaria and it was right in line with the 2 members of PSISTORM that were caught in that choke point, but Diablo, blowing the lightning breath, making himself unstoppable, actually blocked it and kept his teammates alive. They'll find Blaze as well on the chase as everybody from PSISTORM is getting in on this brawl. They push the kill lead to 12-6 and they've got a level lead here.
And look at that Lifebinder just topping off the Diablo. 60-second cooldown, at least 30 seconds to the Blaze. That ultimate will be up before the next fight. Excellent team fighting from PSISTORM. I said it in the series number 1. The team fighting skills from PSISTORM are absolutely insane. The way they brawl and the way they play is absolutely crazy. And now we're dealing with a Junkrat post 16 with endless nades. These team fights need to go very well for the side of Necrodancers very quickly, or else he's going to stack very fast and he's going to keep sending them. Endless nades. It never ends.
82 stacks on the Taste for Explosions right now, so that is 41 bonus damage on the Q from NSJ. That's a decent amount of bonus damage to come in. They've stretched that experience lead now to 19-17, almost 20, and with the Shrine coming up at the top, those Bruisers bearing down in that top lane right now for PSISTORM, you get the sense that they, with that one big team fight, it was almost like an extended one as well with how many skirmishers kind of popped in. They've really just kind of extended themselves out to this lead that at this point, the window of opportunity for Necrodancers to take a fight and try and get back in this is closing rapidly.
Yep. And Enavir, unfortunately, for the side of Necrodancers, kind of popping off at this point. He has the Void Slash now at level 16, which provides him with the crucial cooldown reduction on his Q. We do see Necrodancers down here kind of giving up the point, knowing full well it's about to be 20s. They can't compete with that. Got to get as much experience right now as possible. If possible, they want to get level 20 before John Cena comes out. Physical is actually going in. The Void Prison coming out. Blaze, though, gonna get the charge. The fire coming out. Stay a while used just for extra measure. That's a kill on to the Zeratul. And they're gonna start working on these people. Only...
What didn't they use? Bunker to try and secure that kill, but crucially, they've got 5v3 here in the ball lane. Stronger is actually from the point. You know, back blows that, that lightning breath there. Riptire coming in, the Bunker absorbing that entire hit. Great play by Azariel to drop that one and negate the heroic out of NSJ there. They'll save the keep for now. They'll leave the shrine at one skeletal defender. They'll come back and push this lane back out.
Yeah, and that will be a gamble for the side of Necrodancers. They will get the level 20 here now with the waves built up in the mid and the top lane, which is really good for them because they need the level 20 talents to be able to contest this Punisher once it's jumping over the wall on the top keep. I do want to point out, though, once again, the Endless Nades combined with the Cannonball talent at level 20, from level 19 to level 20, he jumped from 82 stacks to 134. That is absolutely monstrous when you think about how many of them he just constantly throws.
Yeah, that's a lot of spicy meatballs that are coming out of that nade launcher. But level 20's now here for the side of Necrodancers. We see Blinded by the Light being picked up by Johanna. Get that Storm Shield talent. Respect the Elderly, the upgraded version of Stay a While and Listening. Upgraded Fortified Bunker as well on the side of Blaze. Play of the game coming in as well for Domovarian, looking to find that flanking jump in. But John Cena bearing down this top lane for PSISTORM Gaming here. This could spiral in their favor as you see Enavir going in deep, already getting a third of Physical's health bar off with just that first volley here. And they break through the wall looking for a fight.
And you see those Arcane just ripping them apart. The stairwell comes out. It only hits Diablo. It's not going to get a lot of value. The stun coming out, interrupting the Junkrat's Riptire, keeping it from getting that damage. But look at the health bars on the side of Necrodancers. They're so low. The John Cena's still at 27%. Cannonball coming out, doing a ton of damage. John Cena, though, being knocked away. The VP coming out. They're just going to keep hitting core. The Blessed Shield coming out, though. Lifebinder onto Enavir. Going to get him fully topped off. Tough Money taking a ton of damage. Stronger using that improved Lightning Breath. Domo so small. Alex putting him in chains. Stronger taking him down. Ayaska super low. Domo, though, unfortunately not able to finish these kills. And the Zeratul keeps popping in and out. Not really able to follow up on it. NSJ, go ahead and take down Hanzo. Tychus, unfortunately, getting knocked back. Gonna go a bit of a step away. Quantum, though, far up. Has that Heraldric Staff. Gonna tap the youngsters on the head. Heraldric Cube doing what he can to slow. Tychus trying to do as much damage as he can. Gonna get charged on the wall. The snare coming out, protecting him a little bit longer. But he has no HP. 4 is at 30% HP. 4 alive, almost full HP. Nothing they can do to stop this. They will follow up and kill Physical. 2%, 0%, 20 minutes and 53 seconds. Not quite what the last few games were, but PSISTORM once again taking game 1 on Infernal Shrines.
That was another example of how the team fighting prowess from PSISTORM Gaming can turn this game on its heads. They got that extended skirmish that turned into a full team fight right about the level 16 talents here, and just started to push that into an incremental advantage the further along they got. They end this game with 15 kills to 8 from the side of Necrodancers, 6 of those on Tychus as Physicals just getting bodied a little bit in a number of those fights. There's so much back and forth between the way that these compositions really kind of amped up in their power levels. But the composition, I think, for PSISTORM just had that better spike at 16. You talked about it with the Junkrat. NSJ getting the endless nades, and then Cannonball at level 20 just started, bringing the pain. Not nearly as much, though, as Enavir on that Zeratul. 70k hero damage. and a lot of swag teleports and Vorpal Blades going around for there. And it was a solid game from PSISTORM, from a composition that, like we said at the draft, was just looking to brawl.
Yeah. And I talked about it a little bit early on in the game. The level 7 talent for Decker, going with the Project Cube to reduce hero damage instead of the Emerald talent to reduce healing. 140k healing on the side of Alexstrasza. Absolutely enormous. And what a lot of players don't realize is because her level 16 talent works off the amount it healed, the shielding is lowered by quite a bit if the heal itself comes out as very weak. And I think that enabled them to do a lot of work in this game. Sonya having a lot of self-healing, Zeratul level 20 having a lot of self-healing, Diablo having a lot of self-healing. Healing reduction in this game would have done a lot of work to enable their low damage output from Hanzo and Tychus to actually finish these kills.
Absolutely. And that's the problem with the sustain type of damage builds, where if you don't have that burst, a lot of the times healers that have that burst ability will just negate all of that sustain damage that you've put in over a short period of time.
Yeah, but overall, just an excellent game from PSISTORM, really showcasing how well they can fight. Enavir really strutting his stuff on that Zeratul. His in and outs were really good. There was that late game pick on him down in the bottom lane. He got a little greedy, and the Joanna was able to follow up with a beautiful Blessed Shield. But overall, really clean game from PSISTORM. Very close game though. That very well could have gone any way. I think if Necrodancers try to go with a little more of a brawl style play instead of a poke and tank killers type play, they might do a little better. They showed plenty signs of life in their ability to take fights. Unfortunately, I feel like the stronger heroes won out in that game.
Yeah, absolutely. And while we're getting set up for this next map,